The recovery in India's economy has seen some progress following a partial lifting of state-level lockdowns, and the hospitality sector is gearing for a revival. Our next guest runs Della Group, which operates luxury resorts as well as factories. Joining us from Mumbai is CEO Jimmy Mistry. Jimmy, good to have you with us. Give us a sense of how this recovery is playing out in your industry, in the hospitality industry.
Haslinda, thank you for having me on Bloomberg. Well, the recovery is quite fast and unprecedented expectations have been raised, but people are living up to it. Almost people are binge visiting the resorts, and we're quite happy with the outcome.
So what occupancy rates are you looking at right now? When do you expect it to get to pre-pandemic levels?
Well, right now we are doing close to about 70% occupancy week on week. Pre-pandemic levels, we were at about 62% average year on year. India is like a continent, and it's not necessary that COVID has impacted as badly across the entire length and breadth of the country. There have been areas which have been very badly impacted, and yet areas like ours where we are quite in a good position. Recovery has been great, and we've now there have been two sides to it. One is the pandemic, and one is equally 22 unicorns coming out of India, the India shining story. We've never seen an unprecedented growth in the number of unicorns that have come out in the country so far. It's almost 22 unicorns this year and still counting.
Jimmy, tell us about, people are concerned about a third wave coming to India. Are you making any assumptions here or adjusting how you operate? And how do you think this is going to compare to the first and the second wave?
The first wave was okay. The second wave was a complete shocker and a surprise to the government in the center and the states. I think now they've pulled up their socks and the government is doing a good job. We are hopeful and praying to God that the third wave doesn't hit India as badly as the second one. During this time period, we've actually utilized the time and created a pandemic baby known as DLC, Della Leaders Club. During 2008-9 recession, we pivoted from interiors and created experiential hospitality. And today, 13 years down the line, we've got 6 resorts, an extreme adventure park, a counterterrorism training academy. All of this has been an outcome of the 2008-9 recession. This time around, after the first wave, we've pivoted across and created the world's first business platform known as Della Leaders Club. We've got 2,100 honorary men and women of eminence already on board with us from global cities like New York, Hong Kong, Singapore, London, Dubai, and 9 cities in India, Bangkok as well. So we are quite excited with what has been the outcome of this COVID and pandemic baby. But overall, in terms of hospitality, the recovery has been amazing, and we are looking forward to, yes.
I was looking at your IPO plans. Obviously, you guys have been busy during this COVID wave. I'm just looking at your notes here. You're saying that you're looking to go public in the next coming years. Where are you in those plans in terms of capital raising as well?
Yvonne, for the new baby, DLC, Della Leaders Club, we've just got a valuation of $70 million, and we've gone into the first round of fundraise. As soon as this round is done, we'll be then gearing up to get into the category A. That should be taking place somewhere around 18 months to 24 months. We are ready to get listed for an IPO in the next 4 to 5 years. And we've been laying down a strong foundation for growth to be able to absorb the kind of growth which we projected. We have started with 15 cities in phase 1. Next 6 months, phase 2 has already been rolled out. And I'm not just talking about virtual cities, but we are talking about physically being present in each of the cities that we are representing with a complete ecosystem, including our small edit studios. The DLC is going to be a content generation organization as much as it's going to be a technology-based organization. And it's digital. It's going to be meeting in person with 3 U-turn events a year in every city. But it's got a very, very strong online presence.
Jimmy, thank you. Jimmy Mistry, Della Group CEO. Let's do a quick check of the latest business flash headlines. Bank of America is catching up to its biggest rival, JP Morgan in Asia Pacific investment banking, 3 years into a business rebuild. It now says they're sitting neck and neck with revenue at both are growing to about $700 million. The division now contributes about 15% to Bank of America's overall business in Asia, doubling from 3 years ago.